Okay, now you should be able to hear us.
Oh,
I don't know why my settings automatically default to disabled now whenever I click out of the program, but whatever. I'll try this again. Hello and welcome to everyone who is watching the Written Melanin channel, wherever this day may have found you. I'm so glad that you're here. And if you haven't been with us before, I am Chelsea. That's Amanda. I just realized that our name tags are on the wrong side, so I'll go ahead and fix that at some point too. And
it's Thursday. It's cool. The weekend's almost here. The year's almost over. Perfect is out the window.
honestly, I'm just trying to make it. I don't even know where I'm at this point. It's just kind of like, oh, okay, this is wrong. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to fix that. But if you guys are here, we're doing writing sprints today. So if you've never done writing sprints on YouTube or with us before, basically what's gonna happen is we're gonna write for about 30 minutes, and then we're gonna come and we're gonna chit chat and hee hee and kiki and ha ha, and then we're going to get back to work. The idea here is to actually make progress. Um, and you know what? I will fix our name tags once we start the sprint, because if you know me at all, you know that I can't multitask to save a life. So that's where we're at. And also, JC Henry is here. Hello, how you doing? Welcome to the writing sprint. And yeah, so I know it's been a while since we did one of these.
hmm
I know it's past, but I hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving or holiday. If you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, that's cool too. And yeah, so just kind of a touch base. Amanda, what are you working on today?
Ooh, so I am still working on my book in the House of Transcendence. I would like to try to get past this kind of hurdle that I have. I had to go back and reread what I had already written um, to kind of refamiliarize myself with the story and make sure that it's all in the same groove,
Mm-hmm.
because I started writing this earlier this year in bits and pieces and I wanted it to be cohesive. So that's a long-winded way of saying I'm in the middle of the book.
Is that what
How about you?
um, I am kind of in the same boat. I'm working on We Are the Origin. I made a YouTube video about it. If you guys aren't subscribed to the channel, just not really a plug, but I've been trying to like document my
Do
writing.
it. Just subscribe. What are you doing?
I mean, subscribe to me, subscribe to her, subscribe to both of us. But um, but no, I've been working on We Are the Origin, and it's interesting because like I've been documenting in YouTube videos like my process and stuff. And you know me, I'm not really a plotter, and I have realized that I need an outline. So I have spent like the last week and a half, 2 weeks coming up with an outline, and I finally found a method that makes my brain happy. So
Nice.
yeah, I'm really excited about it. So I actually have that with me. I'm going to try to write this next chapter. My chapters are pretty long. I realized. I don't know. You've seen them. I feel like my chapters are long. They're usually somewhere between like 4 and 5,000 words. So I feel like that's on the
Yeah.
long side.
I only really notice a chapter length when it stops at a weird point. You do a good job of transitioning your chapters and ending at the right place. So I think you're good. It's, you read those books and it stops in the middle of a conflict or a sentence or and you're just like
Yeah, I got you.
what's happening next?
I got you. I got you. So that's what I'm working on today. And also, thank you, because I have been struggling with this chapter because it's what I call a conjunction scene, and it's like in between two
Mm.
major things that are happening. And I'm just kind of like, I need you to have this information, but also I want you to get to the thing, right? So I'm going to try to get that done without feeling like it's dragging on, because my personal advice is just like, if I don't want to read it, the reader don't want to read it, right? So that's where I'm at. And
Mhm.
if you're watching this now or in the future, feel free to let us know what you're working on as well. We're all here to give each other encouragement. This is a safe space. So that
Mhm.
that being said, I think we're gonna start the sprint in about 2 minutes. I'm on Eastern Standard Time, so that'll be about 3:10 for me. And as you guys can see, I've got the little timer like down here on the screen. We're gonna go for 30 minutes. Uh, if you guys want to change it up after that, let me know and I can find a different timer. But I like 30 minutes because it takes about that long for my brain to realize what it's trying to do. So
I'm in the same place, so 30 minutes is good. It'll take me about 5 minutes to go, okay, what are words? How do I do them?
yep. I have to re-familiarize myself with what is a sentence and how do I create them. So
Right.
yeah, and I my goal for today is roughly 2,000 words minimum.
Solid.
Yeah, since we agreed, for those of you who don't know, Amanda and I are critique partners, so we are exchange. We agreed to exchange our work on January 10th. So that means I need to be done with this by January 10th, and whoo, deadlines. So
Yeah. We're gonna work because what I don't want either of us to do is go, oh, we'll have time, and then January 8th comes around and we're just like, ah,
and then it's like you get a real
20,000 words.
and then it's like you get a really real first draft, and it's just like it was supposed to be better than this. I'm sorry.
No dialogue tags, just half sentences.
Just one giant block of text. Like it's just really a stream of consciousness. But JC Henry said that they are working on their outline for their romance. So dope. We love romance
Wonderful.
up and through here. Yeah, there was going to be a but and a conjunction after that, but no, that's just a whole sentence. We love romance. So
Full stop.
yeah. But it is 3:10 my time, so I'm going to go ahead and start this timer. I'm going to switch our name tags because she's Amanda, I'm Chelsea. And yeah, that's it. Happy writing, you guys. We'll check back in 13 minutes. Good luck. right, that is it for that sprint. So, how'd you
Hello.
do?
Oh, sorry.
If you were writing with us, let us know in the comments how you did, and also hello to Miss Woman of Color Reader. She popped in. Don't know if you're still here, but hey, how you doing? Welcome. But yeah. So, how did you do?
Um, Good, I think. I'm about to see how many words I got in. Definitely the focus was in and out for me, but I got, oh shoot, 710 words?
Whoop whoop. Good job.
Okay,
I got 489 words, and
nice.
I feel like kind of crazy because I can kind of like see myself in the like after image on YouTube, and so I can see myself looking up stuff. And I'm like, I swear, you guys, I'm being productive. I had to look up what a wool dress looks like because I'm like, ooh, that sounds like a good idea. But what does that actually look like?
Yeah, I had to reread the section that I'm working on because I'm filling in a section that I had left a note
Mm-hmm.
for myself to work on. And so I had to reread that. And then it's my character's moving out of a studio apartment, so I kind of had to think, what layout would this apartment have? So I had to look up studio apartment.
Look, it's crazy how much stuff you end up looking up when you think, oh, like, surely I know this. Like, I have lived up until this point. I know what this looks like. I should be able to just make something up, right? No, nope. You spend that easily turns into a rabbit hole of, is it this way or maybe it's more like this? How big is a studio apartment? Because studio apartments can be huge. Didn't realize that
Right.
until I looked it up one
Mm-hmm.
day. But also Ash Writes Lots is here and Deja is here. Hey, how y'all doing? Welcome to the writing sprints. Hope you're doing well. If you just got here, for sure, let us know what you're working on because we are going to do another sprint after we hee hee ha
Mm-hmm.
take a little chat. And yeah, and then we're
I
gonna
need your energy, girl. I do.
like legit. It's interesting because half the time that I do these like streams, I'm like kind of dead because I'm doing them in the afternoon, and if I'm up, I'm kind of a morning person. Like I want to do stuff in the morning and then be done for the rest of the day, right? I have
Mm-hmm.
learned to take that energy and just switch it. So I have been doing nothing all day, like absolutely nothing, and it's fantastic. So yeah, I literally watched some guy on YouTube stream a game called like Lens Island, and
Mm.
I literally watched him for like an hour, just like chop down trees and build houses and like chop up rocks. It was actually very cathartic, and is that the word I'm looking for? Cathartic? I don't know.
Probably.
Relaxing, relaxing. So I did that. Played a little Stardew Valley, and that was it. I was like, I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna be mentally prepared for this stream today because otherwise, if I had tried to get up and just write, by the time we got to stream, I would have been like, you know, I'm done. I did everything I was gonna do today.
I actually did. I took some author photos before this, which is
Ooh.
why I have my hair laid down a little bit. I realized that my author photos I took almost a year ago when I had my longer hair and it was winter, so it was lighter, and I was like, I need to redo these. So I took some new ones. I think they came out good. Well, however you're supposed to say that.
I'm not the grammar Nazi today, so I can't tell you. But I'm sure they did because you're pretty. Pretty people take pretty pictures.
Thanks. Thanks. You know what's funny is I looked at some of the photos and I was just not in the mood to smile today because it's just been a morning. And so a lot of my photos I'm smiling like
Don't you
just
love that
like
half dead smile? Like when you look back, you're like, I was not happy in this picture. I don't know what was going on in my life. But
I know, like I was just dead. And then at first locate because I did it in my backyard where I was, the sun was in my eyes, and so I was like, there's like legit photos. I might do like bloopers and just post those just to laugh.
you should. should. I need to take new author photos. I know it's
Yes.
something I should do, but also I don't want to because the one when I had them before, we were in a different apartment, so we had like these giant black curtains that worked really well as a backdrop, right? We ain't got that no more,
Mm-hmm.
and so I'm just kind of like I don't know where I'm gonna take them. I don't want to take them outside. Like it's really pretty outside, especially with the fall. It's fall and stuff. And so if you get like a nice windy day, it's like a real like actual those wallpapers that you used to have on the computers like back in like the early 2000s that was just nothing but falling
Right.
leaves. It looks like that but in real life. But I don't go outside. That's false advertisement. So I don't want to take pictures outside. But my studio is just like it looks like I work here. If that makes sense. So I was like, I don't know where I'm gonna take them, and then I have to pick out the right wig because like I like this one, but also I don't know. It's a whole thing, Amanda. It's a whole thing, and I'm just like,
It's it for sure is a whole production. The tree we took it by has like these huge ass spiders that like to live there. So I was like, okay, we have 20 seconds to get this photo before I potentially freak out because of this spider. And it was fine. There was no spiders. But in my head, I was like, they're hiding. They're going to know because I got a spider phobia.
you're a good one
I'm
because I would have chopped
ridiculous.
down the whole tree. The whole tree has to go because that's literally what I want to do with all these trees out here. I'm like, we need to chop them down. They need to go because they got spiders. And I was trying to tell my aunts about it over Thanksgiving. And she was like, "Oh, Chelsea, you're just afraid of spiders. You need to get over that." I was like, "No, no, no, no. We're not talking about little itty bitty house spiders. We're talking about real outdoor spiders. Okay, these are the spiders who live outside. The ones that are so big that you have to come from inside to go outside to spray them with Raid because you're just like these cannot exist in nature.
Right.
Okay, I don't go outside. I don't go outside, but that's just me." The reason this window is closed is because there's a giant spider who lives on that window. I don't want to look at. I don't. No, it's the plus side. It's too big to get in through the crack. Bad side is it's too big to get through the crack and it lives on the window. So I don't. I don't. That window no longer exists. I just keep the curtains closed at all times.
It's dead to you. What window? Where?
I don't know. Guess I gotta go out that one if there's a fire. Because I'm not going out that one. But Ash Writes Lots says that she's doing great and glad to join and get some words in. Yes, absolutely. We're going to be productive. That is the goal of this whole thing. And Deja said that she's going to start on reading her draft and making notes for revision. And yes, absolutely do that because I feel like writing notes for revisions is way more fun than doing actual revisions. I can read it and critique myself and be like, you know what, this isn't right. I need to go back because like I already have like I wrote a scene that I really like, but I've already put like an asterisk beside it because I'm like I'm gonna have to come back to this scene and just basically go through it and rewrite it because it's not flowing the way that I need it to flow for my soul to be happy. I know that I can make a note about it. I am not excited to go back and rewrite this chapter or this scene rather. So it's just like, y'all. Yeah, that's what we doing. That's what we doing.
I feel you. I've done the same thing. A question is, what do you like better, first drafting or revision? And I ask that because I know that there are some people who actually prefer the revision process. They don't like the first draft, brain dump of it all, and would rather be the one to go back and edit and fine tune it. I think that that's not my ministry. I prefer just to first draft it because then it's just I if I make a mistake, I go, okay, this is all, I can finesse it later. I can fix it. So what say you? What are you about?
I am a unique person where I cannot separate the two because I don't brain dump the first draft. My first draft is like my third draft kind of because I go through and then I read it and then if I don't like it I just delete it and I rewrite it again from memory and then that way I just keep the parts that I like and that I remembered and then if I still don't like it then I go back and I tweak that and if I can't tweak it into something I like then I scrap that and rewrite it again. So as I'm going, I'm doing rewrites as I go along, just for the simple fact that that's the way my brain works. I can't brain dump. Like, if I write something
Mm-hmm.
and I don't like it, it's got to go. I can't keep nothing. I know I'm like, I'm going to delete that later. If it's a whole scene, a whole chapter, a whole block of text, it's got to go. I can't keep it. It's just going to bother me. It's like when you know that you have to do laundry and you're sitting in the room with the laundry and you're like, I really should just put these in the washing machine. I really should just go ahead and do that. But you're like, no, I'm not going to do it right now because I'm doing something different. But you keep like drifting back to the laundry. That's what it's like in my head.
Right.
When I'm trying to ignore
Okay.
something that I've written that I don't like. It's not fun.
I find for me it just I feel like if I edit too much as I'm writing, I don't continue. So I have to get to a certain point in the manuscript where I feel confident in going, okay, this is like I'm midpoint right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is a moment where I can take a beat, I can look at what I've already done, review it, tweak it a little bit if needed, and then keep it pushing. But if I just out the gate start reading and like revising, the way my anxiety and perfectionism is set up, I'll just get stuck on one scene forever, and then I won't move on.
I mean, I feel that, and if you guys are in the chat listening, I would love to know your take on this too. Like, do you revise as you go, or do you just brain dump, or which one do you prefer? Do you prefer? I can't talk today. Which one do you prefer? Writing or revising? Because I do get to a point, I will admit, that I realize that my brain works a little bit different because I have to edit as I go. That's just who I am. And I realize that that's terrible writing advice for most people. I accept that. I recognize that. That's just me. That's me, right? As an individual, right? But also, I do get to a point where I'm just like, no, I have to leave it. So, like, the scene that I was telling you about, it's just like, after I had written it maybe twice, and I usually give myself about a day in between writing it and coming back. So, because the normal advice is like when you finish your manuscript to give it like 2 weeks or something. I give myself a day between scenes to be like, do I like it? So that I'm not getting caught up in the immediacy of it. Like, it's still in my brain, but it's not right, but I don't know what's wrong. But if I get to a certain point where I'm like, I've done this 3 times already, I will be like, okay, this is good enough, and perfectionist Chelsea can deal with this in the future. And then I'll just mark it to come back to it. But because after a certain point, it's not editing, it's not perfectionism, it's procrastination.
Right.
So I do have to limit myself with
that. That makes sense. Yeah, I usually, it depends on the project. With my first book, I gave myself about 6 weeks between when I wrote the first draft and then when I did kind of rewrites or whatever. With Alaris, I gave myself a little bit longer because I then sent it to the beta readers. Mm-hmm. So I use that time to get their feedback. I'll probably do the same this time. That does not mean I won't be writing because I have a whole 3rd book in a series that I owe people, including you. So I won't be taking a break. You're like, yeah, no, absolutely.
I'm waiting on it. Like, I'm totally cool with this one too because I've read parts of it and I know it's gonna be dope. But also, I'm ready for the 3rd book too. So, like, you never want to get the clack it on the keyboards. Let me know. I'm ready. But yeah, just so you guys know, slight plug for Amanda's book. Her book is called To Alaris in Desperation. I talk about it all the time on the channel. If you haven't read it, please read it. I just want you to read it. I just want you to read it because it's good. It's really good. And if you like romance, I did actually release my book earlier this week on Tuesday, Keeping Promises. It is a re-release, so if you read it the first time, thank you. Please buy it anyway. Support Black authors.
Mm-hmm. But I was waiting for you to plug your stuff. I was like, are you going to do it? Am I going to have to be like, she's got a book out?
I did write a book. Like I said, it's a re-release. I am very proud of it. I like it. It's cute, and there will not be a sequel this time. I know I said that before, and younger Chelsea was naive, okay? Present Chelsea
full of hope
is going to give you a different book called We Are the Origin, and it's a fantasy about an assassin trying to save the gods in their realm from destruction. and I'm really excited about it. So,
I can't wait for it. Also, did you just describe your book as cute? Is that cute?
Keeping Promises is cute. The romance is cute.
Right. Okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
It depends on what you think is cute. I think their childhood together is cute. I enjoyed writing that a lot. Their adulthood is, I mean, we're adults. You know how adulthood is compared to childhood. It's different.
The struggle.
Yeah.
Struggle of it all.
And also, you guys, just so you know, we are going to start the next sprint at about 3 minutes, Eastern Standard Time. So it's 3:57. 4 o'clock on the dot. We're going to start the next sprint. If you guys have any objections to the 30 minute sprint, speak now. Forever hold your peace. But I mentioned this before in our previous sprint. Me and Amanda, we usually sprint in our Discord server, and we do 30 minutes, sometimes 45 minutes. We do long sprints because we're trying to get words done, right? So if you don't like them, if we can switch it up the time, just let me know, and I'll find a different timer. But yeah. So what was I gonna ask you? Oh, what would you say is your one sentence pitch for your current work in progress? Because I'm not gonna lie, after you asked that one time, I really had to sit here for like an hour and figure out how I was gonna tell people what We Are the Origin is about.
So I like how you just are like, you have 3 minutes to tell me this, because I can't just noodle on it because we've got sprints to get to.
2 minutes.
I would probably say 2 minutes now. Shit. Let's see. I would probably say let's see. A necromancer who cannot control her powers for shit. We're cussing in this, okay?
Yeah.
A necromancer who can't control her powers for shit moves to Savannah, finds a community of witches that can help her, and solves a murder and falls in love along the way.
I love the solves a murder part. Like, she just casually does that. Like, she's Sherlock Holmes. Like, yeah.
Yes.
So.
I did it.
I like it. So, keep an eye out for it. Her work in progress is called In the House of Transcendence. So, you know, when you see that floating out in the world and it's going to be wildly successful, just make sure that you get on the ground floor. Get one of those original print copies. You know?
Yes, say that you heard it here. The origin, the cultivation of the book on these sprints. And also learning about us and our phobias of spiders and outdoors and the way that we write, you know.
Yeah. And if you guys are interested, I mentioned earlier in the sprint that I found a new way to do outlines. I did make a whole video about that I'm going to be posting next week. And it's only like 6 minutes, maybe 8 minutes with the intro and the outro, because I don't like long stuff. That's just my way. Y'all know my attention span, all right? Look. It's not very long, but I am going to be doing that, but I can tell you guys about it if you're interested, and we are going to keep the 30-minute sprint since we like them. Deja said that she's good with them, and nobody else presented a dissenting opinion. So, that's what we're going to do. But yeah, let me know if you want to know how I do my outlines, and I can tell you guys if you're curious, but it is 4 o'clock on the dot, so we are going to hop into this next sprint. If you are reading, if you are writing, whatever you're doing, good luck. I hope it goes well for you. And we'll touch base in like
Good luck,
30
y'all.
minutes. that is it for that sprint.
How many words you get?
Um, Honestly, I don't know because Dabble just gives me a total word count for the day, and I don't remember what I said last time, so I can't do the math. But I am up to 1,104 words for today, and I need 1,595 to meet my word count goal. So, doing pretty good.
Hmm. Nice.
Yeah, so I've got roughly 500 more words to go before I hit my word count. How about you?
Cool. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out tools. So I did do a little math here. That's I am. I
And
need more coffee in my life.
I miss coffee. Oh, I have a fun story about that over Thanksgiving, actually, but I'm gonna let you do your word count. If you
5:56.
Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up. If you're watching this, let us know how you did it on the sprint. If you were writing, let us know how many words you got. If you're reading, how many pages you get. What are you reading? Would love to know that too. Um, yeah, just let us know how you did. And yeah, yeah. So I think I've told you this before, but I stopped drinking coffee like sometime last year,
Mm-hmm.
just for like health reasons, because the way my ADHD is set up and my anxiety, like not having caffeine was just the right choice for everybody in this household, mainly Benjamin. So I stopped, right? But then I realized when I went home for Thanksgiving, I love my mom. She's amazing, right? But she and I have very different lifestyles because I don't know, maybe I'm just like second generation, no struggle, but I'm just like, yo, there are nice things in life that you have been missing out on. And she drinks Maxwell House, and no shade to Maxwell House, right? But it is not the best coffee in the world. And
Mm-mm.
so we went out to this little coffee shop because they live in the city now. They used to live in the country, right? That's where I grew up, but they got a vacation house in at the beach, right? And they're in the city now. So there's this really cute little coffee shop, like literally not even a minute from their house. And I'm like, why don't you just get your coffee from there? And she's like, I'm not paying that much money for coffee. And I was like, I'm gonna go get it for you because you don't know what you're missing in your life. So I went up there. I got her some freshly ground coffee, and I was like, "You need to make it before it gets better." And she was like, "It can't be that different." And she made it, baby. Her whole life was changed, and I was like, "Yeah." It's like you need to start spending money on things that make you happy. What? Like you spend too much money to not be happy with the way you drink your coffee, and it's like it's not even expensive, not comparatively speaking, anyway. So I got my
Right.
mom hooked on like actual fresh, like coffee that's sustainably sourced, you know. So I'm proud of that. But also I had some because it smelled too good, and I was like, you know what? I like to be happy too, doggone it. So I had a cup of coffee for like the first time in a year, and it was good. But I don't think I'm going to go back to drinking coffee regularly, only because,
Mm.
like I said, it's best for everybody in this household if I just don't.
Does it make you super manic or what?
I don't even know how to describe it. The best way I can put it is just like it makes my thoughts go at a million miles a minute, and you know me, I already can't focus for shit, right? So when I'm on caffeine, it's just like I'm like the Energizer Bunny, and I can't stop. And all of it's not good. Sometimes it's like really negative thoughts, and they just go 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 go, and I have like no control over them. And then sometimes that like manifests with me like getting on bed, and he was like, "What did I do?" And I'm like, "I don't know. Why didn't you do it?" And he's like, "I can't help you if you don't know what's wrong." And I'm like, "I would love to tell you, but that thought left like 5 minutes ago, and it's not coming back." So, so I drink tea
Sounds.
now. It just and then like the crash when I wasn't on caffeine, I was like a different person. Like I just did not talk at all. When I was on caffeine, I couldn't shut up to save a life. And then when I was off caffeine, it was just like, who are you? Are you even the same person? It was like an alien inhabited my body, and they didn't know the language. So it was wild. It was wild. Quitting coffee was also interesting. Fun fact: when I did, I had a headache, and it was so bad. At the time, we lived in a 3-story townhouse, and we were sleeping on
Mm-hmm.
the third floor. Bathrooms on the second floor. Baby, she missed that second step, and she went all the way down, all the way down.
Ooh.
And you know what's crazy? My head was hurting way more than the giant bruise I had on my arm from falling down the stairs. It was wild. It was wild. So I can't get addicted just because I'm like, I can't quit again.
Right. Yeah. I've been trying to not have as much as I used to. Um, I certainly don't have as much as when I worked in an office because I wasn't having, like, I don't have to wake up as early as I used to commute and to do this and that and,
Mm-hmm.
be up at like 6 in the morning to get in my car by 7, to be at work by 8, to, you know,
It's a whole
have a
process.
meeting at 8:30 to, and then the work coffee culture is so, let's go get a cup of coffee. You want to get a coffee? Let's go get, oh, there's a Starbucks downstairs. You want to get a coffee? And so I don't drink nearly as much as I used to, especially like the specialty Starbucksy, like cafe shop drinks.
Mm-hmm.
Usually it's like one, maybe two,
Yeah.
filled like that. And that's all I drink in a day.
And see, I was so bad. I was drinking like 4 cups of coffee a day. And I was just like, mm. And I just decided I quit coffee all the wrong ways because I just stopped one day. And that was a terrible idea. I should have weaned myself off. But if you know me, I'm an A or Z type person. Either I'm going to do something or I'm
Mm-hmm.
not. There is really no in between. And I just decided one day that I wasn't going to drink coffee anymore, and I didn't. And it was a terrible month. I read all the blogs, and the blogs were like, oh, you're going to have withdrawals for like 2 weeks. Lies. I had withdrawals for 6 weeks, and it was miserable. But I did it. Because after a week, I was like, I'm already a week into it. I might as well just continue being miserable instead of going back to it because it's expensive. I do save a lot of money, though, not drinking coffee. I didn't realize how much I spent drinking coffee. But I also
Mm.
replaced it with tea, so I don't really know. Because, like, after today, if I hit my workout goal, I'm going to go get a latte from this place called the Human Bean. So, there's also that.
Nice.
Yeah. Matcha tea, though. It is not coffee. Matcha tea latte. Which is actually really good because they put, like, this white chocolate syrup in it, and it's of God. It's of God. So,
Yeah, love a good matcha tea latte. Love a good chai latte. Chai is
yes.
my go-to when I'm like, I don't want anything, like, I don't want that coffee bite, but I still want caffeine. I usually go with chai.
Yeah, I didn't so I didn't quit caffeine altogether, but there's a lot less caffeine in like chai tea and black tea in general than there is in coffee. So I also don't try to get I try not to get those too often because what I don't want is withdrawals because baby those were real, real. Like I thought being on Tylenol 3 after surgery was bad. Nah, quitting caffeine was bad, and I saw hallucinations when I had surgery. So, but that's a different conversation. Don't look at me like that. Okay, so Ash Writes Lot says that she's writing a short dystopia based in Atlanta and got
Ooh,
578 words. That sounds amazing. I want to know more about that.
me too, because I used to live in Atlanta. Yes, you need
And
to know this.
I got fam in Atlanta. Like, I don't live there because Georgia is just not for me, not long term. But I like Atlanta. So, yeah. And it's only like 3 hours south of me. So, yeah. I say that. You know what? I realize that that's a really American thing to be like, oh, yeah, let's just drive for like 3 hours. It's not a big deal. Anyway, Deja, uh, Deja, I don't, Deja.
Mhm.
Sorry, which let me know how I'm supposed to say it. Uh, she said she read about 20 pages in this draft, and hopefully she can finish reading through the draft during the stream. Yes, I love accomplishing things on writing streams because it's like I did that. This helped. I appreciate it. So I'm rooting for
Mhm.
you. I hope you get it done. And D Blair Gold is here saying hello, hello, welcome to the stream. How are you? I don't know why I said it like that, but hello. How you doing?
That was.
I'm sorry, you guys. Y'all know I don't have no good sense. It is what it is. But I am trying so hard to like not look at myself during these streams because I'm over here and I can like see myself and I'm like, I swear I'm doing work. And so this time I had to look up like, oh, what's a really nice vegetarian breakfast? And so I'm looking over here looking up recipes and stuff and I'm like, this wasn't a good idea when I'm hungry, but I'm gonna stay focused.
Yeah, you could do like a tofu scramble. I love a good tofu scramble. I love a good like sausage. If you're doing
Did you say
vegetarian, so you could still eat
sausage?
eggs.
Did you say it like you were Italian?
Sausage. No, it's like soy sausage. Sausage.
I'm so dead. I thought you were just like sausage, like you were Italian.
Sausage. Nah, sausage. Sausage. Because
Gotcha.
I was vegetarian for like 2, 3 years there for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And even now, I don't eat as much meat as I did before. So usually I'll have like veggie burgers on hand or
Mm-hmm.
sausage or tofu for the days when I want a different kind of protein that isn't meat. Or I'll do like a bean or lentil moment. Like I'm going to make a lentil shepherd's pie tonight or tomorrow.
Can I come to your house? Because
So.
I cook. I don't want anyone to think that I don't. But I have not been cooking for like the last 30 days. And at first I was like, it's nano. I can't write 3,000 words a day and also cook. That's not going to happen. And then I realized the only reason I cook is for my husband because he likes to eat and I like to make sure that he's happy. But I was like, if I was a single adult, baby, me and Postmates and Uber Eats and Grubhub and DoorDash would be the best of friends because I can and I can cook really well. I just don't like to.
Yeah.
So,
I like to do those like simple things that don't take a long time. Uh, I can do the whole like family Thanksgiving, do your greens, throw a pot of beans, do your gumbo, all that. But usually I try to opt for simple meals, and every once in a while I'll get like, oh, I want to do something extravagant,
and
you
see,
know.
I'm the opposite. I'm like, I will cook you something completely extravagant and be like, ooh, try this bruschetta with this smoked salmon that I made from scratch. But then also it'd be like on a weekly basis, I ain't making no spaghetti. No.
What you mean boil? Let's put some noodles in a
Like,
boiling water and use some sauce. What?
right. Like you thought I was gonna actually cook this mac and cheese? No, baby. No.
Oh, mac and cheese.
But I do make bomb mac and cheese, just so you know. I am the person in my family who is allowed to bring mac and cheese to the family functions. I don't because my mom still got that handle, but I am allowed. I just want to make that known.
Yeah, see, I think people who aren't from black families don't know that there's a hierarchy, a system. You get promoted or you get demoted or you don't even move up a rank. I got a niece who's still at dish duty and she's a grown-ass woman. So that tells you her cooking abilities cuz you should be.
Like if somebody asks you to bring cups, you need to bring cups and that's it.
Right. I am I have a handle in the dessert, so I'm the resident baker. But I got this past Thanksgiving promoted to gumbo duty, where I was able to do gumbo mostly by myself, which is exciting. And then also promoted to assistant to the mac and cheese. Like I got to assist.
Okay.
So I'm
moving on up the ranks.
Making my way. Moving on up.
I am the backup cook. I am the assistant where it's just like I am allowed to be left alone in the kitchen to monitor food. I'm allowed to bring food.
Right.
I'm allowed to make food. I just don't because all of my aunts and my mom and everybody like the older people in the hierarchy are still doing that stuff. But I am there. So if somebody doesn't want to or doesn't feel like it or if, like my mom is like overwhelmed, I am allowed to be like tag in. Okay, I need you to bring the collard greens. I need you to bring the mac and cheese. I need you to bring the insert dish here. And I'm okay with that because in my family either you cook or you clean and baby doll, I don't clean in my own house on a regular day. Ooh, this is the internet. Let me be clear. I know how to clean. My husband cleans up. That's our deal, okay? I cook, he cleans. Let me be clear. I ain't trying to have y'all be dragging me on the internet talking about, ooh, she don't clean. Lies. Okay? Lies. Let me be perfectly clear. It's a deal. All right? This is how it's set up.
That's funny. Yeah, I'm also a assistant to the cook. We do cook most things at my mom's house. I also can do the greens unsupervised, but usually that's my favorite dish is the greens and the beans. I can do those both unsupervised. But my mom still has a lock on the stuffing and the meats, the turkey, the stuff. My sister's a resident barbecuer, so she'll be outside with the cigarette dangling from her mouth doing the barbecue.
I love it. My brother is the one who does barbecues. Like he is really good at it. Like he got a smoker. There are like certain people in the family who can do that. I am not one of them. First of all, I ain't going outdoors.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to hand you that sauce you need through the door. I am not coming outside. First of all, but that's just me. I recognize my limitations, but my brother loves it, and he's really good at it. He made me some barbecued mahi mahi when I went to his house,
Ooh.
and it was so good. And I know how that sounds. If you guys have never tried mahi mahi, I can't speak for all fish. Do not throw barbecue sauce on no salmon. Okay, it is not the same. But if you get a nice piece of mahi mahi and you throw some barbecue sauce on it, baby, that's good. Okay, good.
I might have to try it.
It's
I'm gonna have to try it.
Especially on the grill, he did it on like a cedar plank, and then he put the barbecue sauce on when he did the chicken, and then he's let it be on there for like another minute or two, and then he took it off, and it was good. And you can also make. I also had one from Home Chef that I made where you can fry it, like you make a batter and then you fry it in panko crumbs. Well, coat it in panko crumbs and then fry it. You don't fry it in panko crumbs, but yeah, fry it and then you make a barbecue sauce aioli. Baby, that was good too.
That sounds good.
Too. Yeah, see, that's the type of stuff that I be making. So like, that's why I don't like be making regular stuff.
So like I try to do out of the stuff that is simple. So I made albondigas the other day, which is like a Mexican meatball soup. Mm-hmm. It's super simple to make. The most complicated part is just getting, your meatballs together and getting that exact like flavor profile. The rest is easy, but I get complicated when it comes to baking. I'm like, oh, I'm going to make a pie, but I'm going to make the crust from scratch. And then I'm going to let it chill. And then I'm going to do this. Oh, croissants? Let me just try to make the book turn, do the whole butter situation from scratch. That's where I like to get super complicated outside of like the traditional holiday shit.
I cannot bake to save a life because my attention span is not long enough to bake. I do not have the patience to bake because it'll be like rest for 30 minutes. Okay, I'm going to rest for 30 minutes and then another 30 minutes and then another 30 minutes. It's going to be 2 days later and that batter or that bread dough is still going to be sitting there.
Actually, the longer you let bread dough proof, like the more fermented it'll be and it'll be good. And when it comes to pie crust, you can let it chill for up to like 2 days and it'll still be good. You just have to get it room temperature a little bit before you roll it out. See, I'm gonna convert you. You're gonna make a pie one of these days and be like, Amanda, I made this.
Okay, so I can make a pie. I can make a sweet potato pie because that is the family
recipe of course.
that I had to learn. I cannot bake cakes. I can if it does not come out of a box with specific instructions like add an egg, oil, and water. It's not my forte. And I recognize that it's not my ministry. I let other people have it. Preach your gospel. But understand that I'm not going to be evangelicized. Okay? That's not
right. Me. If we ever do like a Black indie group get together, we're probably going to have to do it as a way we do like a Black family Thanksgiving. Who's bringing the what?
Yep.
I don't know who would be the one to bring the cups, but we'll figure it out. Somebody.
Well, if you got cats and they on your counter, bring the cups. I'm going to say that. Yeah, and we're gonna leave that at that.
Right.
They just said that her sisters were so excited to go to her grandma's house for Thanksgiving, only to find that they let people who can't cook make the dinner. Oh, I'm with Ashley. That's tragic. I hate that. Like, you have to know whose house you're going to for Thanksgiving and who made what. Because baby, they be fam, but you can't eat, and it's not because their house is nasty, it's just because they can't cook. And you be getting there and you bite into your chicken and you like, where the salt? Like, I can't eat this. It's supposed to be fried and it's baked. Whoa, who agreed to this?
Yeah, you can't just let everybody in the kitchen.
You really can't.
That's how my mom is. We were trying to teach my brother how to cook and he kept wanting to get in on the gumbo action, and my mom was like, you know what you can do? Just stir the sauce. You can just stir, like, the bechamel stuff for the mac and cheese. You can just stir it. And he kept going, well, what do I do next? What do? I do this and that? My mom was like, no, baby, just stir. Just stir. And I was like, see,
the thing is,
you can't cook. That's why.
You don't learn how to cook over the holidays. You learn how to cook the other 9 months of the year, and then you audition for the holidays.
Exactly.
September. And then, if your audition is accepted, you bring a small portion of that dish to it, and you let everybody taste it. You don't make a whole thing of mac and cheese for 10 people. It ain't nobody approved.
Right.
You bring enough mac and cheese for like 2 people. You let everybody get like a bite, and if it's approved, then you next year maybe we can discuss you bringing a big batch. Possibly.
And that audition also comes with you making it the way that it has been made. No new friends, no new recipes for Thanksgiving.
Started from the bottom.
I don't know.
Stay at the bottom, okay?
Right. I don't know. Like that's a thing. Keep having to tell like.
Don't bring up potatoes.
My niece.
Raisins up in here.
My niece wanted to like bring something new. I can't remember what it was, but she's like, "Do you want?" And I'm like, "Do you want me to ask your grandma, or you should ask her and then see her face? FaceTime her and ask her. Don't text her, please. I need this joy in my life to see her."
Like,
just do that whole like.
And see, I'm the one where it's just like I'm like, let's do something different. But not like, let's change up the recipe. Like, let's just actually make different food. Because, like I said, all of my family is getting older. And I'm like, y'all know good and well that y'all they don't even eat like that the rest of the year. And they cook like they did when they were younger. And there are a lot more people. But, like, we've all just kind of diverged over time. So there's, like, a core of us that get together. But then there are some people who just do separate things. And there are some people who are no longer with us. So we don't need as much food as we used to have. And like I said, they don't eat like that. They all got medicine for something. And I'm like, so you guys, here's a thought. Let's like just make something different. It doesn't have to be this stuff that's going to combat your medicine the entire night. You know? But that's just me. They ain't ready for that conversation, and that's okay. That's okay. I'll be quiet and bring the mac and cheese, and you know, mind my business.
For me, it's just getting my mom to make smaller portions. You know, I'm the youngest of 6, so always all of us. And then when each person started having partners, and then my nieces and nephews and, you know, cousins. So we used to have like 20, 30 people that would come in and out of the house. Now there's like 4 or 5 of us, partially because people are spread out, partially because of we're in a panini and all this stuff. And so, you know, we had planned, my mom and I, not making a ton. But I get there, and she wants to do biscuits. She's got beans on the stove. She's got a whole huge pot for gumbo. She's got a whole this and a that. And who wants to make a green salad? And I was like, nobody's going to eat your green salad. We got the greens. Like,
they don't know how to let go.
Work for yourself. And then eyeball people later like, well, I did all this and you ain't eating, because nobody wanted salad, Mom. It's just gonna get warm next to the mac and cheese. It's gonna be translucent, that lettuce. I don't want it.
She said it's just gonna get hot next to the mac and cheese. I don't want it. I'm dead. I'm dead. But yeah, that's literally how it is. My mom does the same thing. She's like, we're gonna have less this year, and then I get there and it's not less, and I'm just like, I don't know why you say this every year. I don't know why you say this. You're going to make food for like 20 people. We're going to eat on this for like 4 days, and you're going to get mad when nobody wants to eat it anymore.
Right. I'm like, just...
But,
girl.
How are you feeling? Are you down for one more sprint? How are you guys in the chat feeling? Are y'all down for one more sprint? Or are we ready to call it? Just let me know. Because it's about 5 minutes until the top of the hour.
I'm down for one more, and then I'm gonna eat because I'm starting to get hungry. Because it's only like almost 2 here.
Got you. It is about 5 here, and I know it's gonna be like super, super hella dark in like 30 minutes. So I'm like, part of me is like, I want to get this sprint because I want to do this word count, but I'm also hungry because I'm over here.
Well, why don't we do Why don't we do like 20 minutes instead of 30 then? Just do like a shorter sprint.
We can do that. We can do that. Just so you guys know, I'm over here with my laptop on the desk. So because I have so much stuff running, so I have like 3 keyboards over here, and I'm just like trying to multitask like a thug, and I'm not. I'm not. I'm just confused. Okay. Okay, so Deja said that she's good for another sprint. JC Henry said that they are also good for another one. Ooh, this one's cute. Let's go with this one. Sorry, guys, I am easily amused. Okay, these timers. I know that everybody makes timers, but I like the little cute ones. Here's a little fall based one. But they really start as soon as you click on. And I'm just like, why? Okay. So, let's see here. We are here. It is 3 minutes to the top of the hour, so we'll start on the top of the hour just so we can come back on time, because I know some people probably are not sitting here watching the timer like I am. Before we get into the sprint, what's something you hope to accomplish in this last sprint that we're doing?
Oh, I'm rounding out, I guess, what will probably be a chapter. I'm hoping to round it out, just at a point where some of the characters are learning a little more about each other. Mm-hmm. And so I think I'd like to be able to just close out this chapter before I move on to the next section, maybe a little bit later today. How about you?
I would like to finish this scene. I will not finish this scene. I would like to reach my word count goal, but this scene is going to be, in my mind, it's only one scene, but it's going to have like 3 parts to it. And the first part is the sidekick or the side character and her love interest kind of like getting to know each other, because like they've met, but they're actually like getting to know each other without anyone else around for the first time. And then the next part of it is when the main character comes back, and then there has to be like a flashback from how the love interest and the main character actually know each other, because they have an interesting relationship. So basically just trying to work that out, because I'm really not good at flirting. I haven't had to do it in like 10 years. So it's just kind of like, how do people who don't know each other actually talk to each other? Interesting. Let's think about this.
Right. I feel you. It's kind of the same way for my book as well. And it's a slightly different thing because my characters are bisexual, and so am I, but it's been a long time since I've flirted with a woman, so I'm writing like women flirting, and I'm like, how
does this happen?
Do is it the same? What do I do? So I'm definitely going to be like hitting up all my bi friends like, help. I'm married to a dude. I need your help.
Like literally that. And it's just kind of like the love interest is a garden tool, and that's just his personality. Like that's just who he is, right? And she is not. She's one of those people who's very like dedicated. And so they have chemistry, but they're just like fundamentally different on some things. And like he's just totally cool and confident, like ha ha ha, like look at you blushing. And she's just like, can you please have a serious conversation with me? And he's like, no. So trying to figure that out, because they do actually need to get together at some point. But I'm not sure, because I'm also that type of person where it's just kind of like, if you're a garden tool, or was, because I'm not dating anymore. I don't even know. Do I use it past, present? I'm still this person. I don't know. Anyway, point is, I ain't deal with garden tools. That wasn't my thing. So interesting. I'm curious to see how this is going to work out. That was my alarm to tell me to stop working today, by the way. So anyway, not going to listen to it, because I don't like to listen to past Chelsea when she sets alarms to tell me to do things. So it's 5 o'clock, top of the hour, wherever you're at. So we're going to do 20 minutes. So happy writing, you guys. Or reading. All right, that is it for that sprint.
Hello.
Hi. So, this is why I like Dabble. This is why I get motivated. See, I did it. I got my word count goal. Woo!
Nice.
Did you see it? See, get this
Yes.
little message like you did it. I know it's a simple thing, but I get really excited for little stuff like that. So.
Oh no, it's not simple. It's nice when you have those, and I think it makes you want to keep going.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, I hit my word count goal. I've got 1,800 words today so far. Um, this scene is actually becoming a little bit more interesting than I thought it would, because at first I thought it was just going to be them flirting, and they are, I'll say, connected to the main character for different reasons, and they're kind of like trying to like parse each other out. Like, I know why I'm friends with her. Why are you friends with her? And the new girl is just basically like, I ain't gotta tell you that. Why are you here? Huh? Why is it bothering you? So it's a little bit more interesting than I thought it was gonna be.
Nice. Yeah, I didn't really have a word count today, just wanted to write. I finished that chapter. I'm working on another section, and that's it. It might write some more after this, might not, but yeah, I'm in a good place.
Whoop whoop. Progress. And also, you guys watching, how did you guys do? Would love to know. Um, and also, while we're here, are you good to do this same time next week?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. So before we get off of here, I do want to let you guys know that we will be doing this same time next week. So if you like sprinting with us, please come back. It's fun to have people here with us, sprinting with us. um, and yeah, while you guys drop in the chat how you guys did, I said that you guys several times. Y'all, let me know how y'all did. And if you haven't already, slight plug, please go subscribe to Amanda. She's awesome. She puts out content regularly, unlike myself. So you should definitely check her out. I'll let her tell you what her channel is about, because I would not do it justice.
So you can find me on YouTube at Amanda the Author 2 E's. I talk about writing, all things authoring. I talk about writing, writing tips. I also do some, I guess, social interest type stories where I talk about different tropes that are really toxic and we should leave behind. I also do some reviews on some movies, books, and TV shows that I like. And that's my YouTube channel. You can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at the same name, Amanda the Author with 2 E's, and on Twitter with 1 E, Amanda the Author.
Yep. And if you guys need that, it is underneath her image on screen. So there's that. Also, there is a link in the description. So if you do want to subscribe to her channel, there is a link so you can go check it out in the description of this video. And as always, if you're not subscribed to this channel, feel free to do that. I talk about my writing journey. I've gotten into doing that, and I have not made an official video. I will get around to that when I get around to it. But the Melanin chat will be coming back on January 11th at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you guys come back. Me and Audra will be here talking about all things Black and bookish, and that's going to be fun. You can also, as always, sign up for the after chat. We always have a good time there, and it's basically the Melanin chat unfiltered. So yeah. Also, please like, comment, and subscribe if you're watching this in the future. Still, let me know how you're doing. I do check the comments on these videos, so let me know how you're doing, and we can interact. Shout out to Ash Writes Lots. She got 421 words, so dope. And Deja got
nice.
Another 16 pages read, so awesome. Congrats, you guys.
Work.
I love that we got stuff accomplished today. So feeling really good about that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this stream, you guys. If you would like to support Written in Melanin or the Melanin Library, which is a database of books by Black authors, for sure check out the Patreon. There is a $3, $5, $10 tier. All of the money goes to supporting the Melanin Library, and there's a link down the description if you want to check out either the Patreon or the Melanin Library. Be giving this season. Yeah, maybe, possibly. Okay. But that is it for the stream. Thank you again, guys, for hanging out with us. Like I said, we will be back on here next week, so Thursday at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We'll be doing sprints, whether you're reading, writing, or just generally being productive or just want to come hang out with us. You're welcome to come back and do that. But yeah, that is it. Thank you for being here. And until next time, you guys, I hope your days are lovely and your books are interesting. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Oh, also follow me on TikTok. Yeah.
That.